guys doing today? I love you guys. Happy 2018. We in this bitch. You know it. We did it. We made it. I hope everybody had a great New Year's and a beautiful Christmas. I know I did. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so I've been thinking about what kind of videos people like and all that. And I heard this while I was watching this thing, Story Times. And girl, boy, whatever you are, I got some stories to tell. And I'm ready. So hope you all are ready. So I was thinking about first story to tell about how I found out I was pregnant when I was 16, how my parents reacted, how I personally felt, how everything in my life changed that day. Oh, and I'm back to that size. Took me 10 years, but I made it. Made it. Say, hey! What's up, camera buck? Hey! Alright, anyways, besides that. Alright, so I had my first baby June 9th, 2007. I was in 10th grade. I was 16 years old. I was going to homeschool Kima. I was working my butt off to graduate. My dad told me I couldn't move out until I graduated, so I went and finished school early. I worked my ass off. I walked down that graduation stage 3 days before giving birth. It was probably the biggest accomplishment of my life. It was the biggest accomplishment of my life. Stupid. Hold on one second, y'all. Whatever, it won't let me rotate my light screen. It's bullshit. But anyways, it was like the best day of my life. I enjoyed it. Probably the worst day and the best day. But it was cool. I look horrible in that picture. I had the reddest face. I was huge. I looked like a blimp. And the outfit was fucking terrible. Alright, so 3 days after my graduation. Oh, well, I'll tell you that after that. Alright, but anyway, so, I'm not exactly sure what month it is, so I was chilling, and my period didn't come. I was on birth control, so I was straight tripping. I literally just had a talk with my dad a week before about not getting pregnant at a young age, because my cousin got pregnant young, and my other cousin just found out she was pregnant. We were the same age, so they were freaking tripping. My dad was like, no, you better not have a baby, and if you do, you better figure out how to take care of it, because I sure the hell ain't. So, I made sure that they didn't have to do that, you know. I've never had my parents take care of my kids, ever, even having them that young. So, besides that, I had that conversation with my dad, so it was a very serious conversation. He was not even playing with me. He did not want me to have a baby, and he did not like my baby dad. But the fact of the matter was, I was young, he was older, I wanted a car and stuff like that, and stuff to do when I was too young to get it myself, so it got me caught in the trap. And my best friend was with his best friend, so it just worked out. But it was horrible. Done. Glad that's over. I found my baby, my love, my daddy eagle. That's my love. That's my heart and my soul. I feel like God put him on the earth for me and me on the earth for him, and that's the truth. But, anyways, back to the story. So, my dad went to go visit my grandma in Indiana, and I was at home with my stepmom, and I was at my kids' grandma Diana's house. I was over there, and I told her, like, something's wrong. I'm not starting my period. I don't feel good. I just feel really sick all the time. My chest is hurting. She was like, all right, dude, we're going to take a pregnancy test. So I'm sitting there. We go to the store. I come home. We're in the bathroom. And I'm sitting there, and I'm taking the test, and I'm waiting. And then, bring, 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 my phone rings. Bloop. It's my stepmom. Oh, my God. It was so scary. So I'm listening to her talking like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll be home in a little bit. What are you doing? I'm all good, whatever. And I looked down, and that pregnancy test popped up. It said, pregnant. Bing, 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 pregnant. My heart hit the floor, and I had to stay calm. I didn't know what to do, what I was going to do, so I was, like, freaking out in my mind. So I freaking, talked to my stepmom, pretending like nothing was wrong, hung up, ran into Diana's room, like, oh, my God, Diana, I'm pregnant. My dad's going to be so pissed. I don't know what to do. I don't want to do this. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I was crying. And she was like, it's going to be all right, girl. Don't worry. We got you. Everything's going to be all right. Just think about it. You'll be okay. And so I went home, and I talked to my big sister, Nicole, and she's way older than me. She's my stepsister. She's my stepmom, Sari's daughter, but we're not too close, but we're all right. So I went and told her, because, you know, of course you're going to confide in your big sister, of course. And my sister was like, you shouldn't have that baby. You shouldn't do it. That's stupid. Why would you do it? So she was like, go have an abortion. So that wasn't, I don't believe in abortion, so that was not going to freaking happen. So what I did was I freaked the fuck out. So I waited for my dad to come home. I think it was like 3 days later. My dad shows up from Indiana, and I'm like, Dad, I really need to talk to you. Can we talk in your room by ourselves? My dad had a bed like kind of like mine. So I'm sitting on the bed at the end, and I was like, Dad, oh my God. I'm sorry, I love you, and I don't want you to be disappointed in me. I was so worried about my dad being disappointed in me. So I was like, Dad, I really don't want you to be disappointed in me. Please don't judge me. Like, I didn't mean to do this on purpose. I'm so sorry. So, I told him, and he actually wasn't as pissed as I thought. He was disappointed a little bit, but I think the fact that I was so concerned about him being disappointed in me, he didn't want me to feel disappointed, so he didn't, like, get mad at me. But he told me basically, it's your decision. You did this. You're taking care of your baby. I'm not doing nothing. Like, that's your job. You handle it. So, all right, that's what I did. When my dad was younger, I guess he was married with one of my half-sister's mom, but it was before me, and they got pregnant, and her parents made her have an abortion. So my dad, he was like, no, that's not going to happen to my daughters. I will not do that. You do what you want to do. As long as you take care of it, that's your thing. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I go on, I get pregnant, find out it's a baby boy. My grandma actually passed away during my pregnancy. She was the first person to listen to my baby's heartbeat. She was actually inside my baby at Kaiser. She was actually in the hospital of Kaiser, sick as a dog, dying. And I showed up right after my ultrasound at Kaiser to show her the heartbeat and the pictures of the baby. She was so excited. She didn't know what the baby was yet, but she was still excited. She passed away a few months before I gave birth to him. So, like I said, June 6, 2007, I walked down the stage, graduated high school at 16. I was 9.5 months pregnant. I was freaking humongous. 3 days later, June 9th, 2007, I gave birth to my baby little Dave. I'll post a picture in here too. But yeah, I gave birth to my little baby Dave. Is my pride and joy. He was everything, more than just my baby, like my brother, kind of. It's kind of weird, but still, it's how it was. I grew up with him, and he definitely showed me how to be a mom. So it was really scary to tell my parents that I was pregnant, and I wouldn't want any kids to have to go through that. It's really hard to be a parent, especially a young parent. I know my experience wasn't that bad, and it doesn't seem like horrible, but it's not the best. Like, that got me trapped in an abusive relationship that I was in for 10 years. I knew him for like 9 months before I got pregnant, and then probably not even like 6 months, and then I got pregnant. So it was very bad, and it was a very abusive, dangerous relationship. I wouldn't want anybody to have to go through that. So teen girls, really think about things before you jump into a fast relationship. Like, just because you're in love when you're 13, 14, 15, 16, that doesn't mean that's the man you're going to marry. Most likely your husband isn't the first person you meet. Your soulmate isn't going to be the first person you fall in love with. Might not even be the first person you have kids with. You know what I mean? So think about it before you mess around and make mistakes. You don't want to regret something in the future. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to live life full of regrets. Like, I don't regret anything, but I regret not getting myself out in time and putting my kids through that. But I just want to be able to help other girls and know that you can get through this and be strong. Don't make dumb decisions. Party, have fun, do what you want to do, but have safe sex. Use birth control. Don't have babies with everybody. Come on, girls. And if you do decide to have a baby, wait till you're over 18. It's like 21, dude. Just wait till you're old enough. You can do it. It's hard. Graduate high school, go to college, get a future. Well, I love you, Care Bear Pack. That's our story for the day. Ooh, boo, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in to Story Time with KBPTV. Yeah. Oh, you look at that. Oh, yeah. By the way, I lost all of my weight from my kids. As the water does for you. Yes, I want to end my recording. I want to end my recording. Yeah. Bye, y'all. Talk to you later.